We're here with Jacoby Ford, wide receiver coach for West Boca, Carl Newman alum. Let's talk about your time here at West Boca, how it's been for you.
It's been good, man. Got a lot of young guys out here. Got a lot of talent too. Big team, and these guys are hungry, man. They like to come out here and learn. They work hard. I couldn't be more happy to be here.
Can you talk about your coaching journey? Because obviously, it started out at Carl Newman for several years. You were in the shadows, just in the cut, pretty much. So let's talk about it.
Actually, my first gig was actually in Birmingham, Alabama. It was with Briarwood Catholic, and that was like the first time I really got into it and kind of felt home just coaching in general. But yeah, I've been in Newman the last couple years. Just been over there helping out with the receivers. It's been great. Definitely seen a lot of change, a lot of good change there for the Newman Crusaders, and I mean I love that for them. I always wish them nothing but success. But now I'm on a different venture journey now. Just to try to help other kids. And any way that I can get back, and just trying to instill my wisdom and my knowledge that I've learned from this game over the last few years that I played, and any way that I can impact them in their life, on the field, off the field, and just be here as a coach, a friend, companion for them, and just somebody safe that they can talk to. I'm always here for the kids. Even my Newman guys, they know they still can come see me, talk to me, and nothing will ever change.
What made you want to transition from Carl Newman to West Boca?
I actually wasn't gonna coach this year. I was actually gonna just take some time off and really just focus on my family and my daughter, because she's in gymnastics now, so she's getting older, just starting to get a little bit more active, and this job just kind of fell right in my lap, just through a connection. I have a really good friend, Jason Reed. He just kind of connected me and Coach Potts, and I came out here to visit the kids, and I knew as soon as I visit them, I'll probably end up staying. So just kind of ended up working out, man, and it's a nice school, a lot closer to home for me, so my commute is definitely a lot better, especially with my little one. So that was probably a big deciding factor of being closer to home.
That's awesome. Let's talk about Coach Potts.
Dude, he's awesome. I love his energy. I love how organized he is. And he cares so much about these kids. I know a lot of coaches do. I know a lot of coaches care about their kids, but the way that I've seen him really, he lives and sleeps for this. The guy never sleeps. He makes sure these kids always are, well equipped, well prepared, well ready. And we always want them to be ready for any kind of football, any kind of situational football, anytime we have it out here.
Now, you as being a former Clemson Tiger and a former Raider in the NFL, let's talk about how you instill things into these kids out here, and also from Newman about your experience in both college and NFL.
I tell them, man, it's just the fundamentals. I tell them how much that the fundamentals have just been drilled into me. So that's definitely something that I've carried on since I've been playing this game, since I was small, and since I've actually learned even more fundamentals at Clemson, through Dabo Sweeney, Coach Sanjay Lal with the Raiders. And man, it's been awesome, and the kids actually respond, they listen, and I try to make sure they have that good work ethic, because at the next level, I don't want them to ever be shocked. I want them to be like, oh, this is exactly how Coach Ford said it would be. He said it's going to be a grind, said it's going to be, tough, and there are going to be guys that are just as good as me, so that's where you have to know, and I tell them, and I'm very honest and very blunt, I tell them everybody at the next level is good. It just depends on what you do to make you even better than them. You got to be able to outwork people, and you got to trust your technique and know your fundamentals. So then when you do get to that next level, it's just going to be like second nature to you.
That's awesome. The one thing that really stands out about you, and by all accounts, your character, your integrity, your morals, they truly stand out. I want you to talk about that, how you go about living your life doing that, and how you instill it in the players as well.
I go off my own experience. I wasn't the nicest kid when I first was coming up. I definitely would have a little attitude here and there, which we tend to have sometimes. But I definitely got humbled, and I got a different outlook on life when I had to go to Fort Union Military Academy. Because there I was a postgraduate, so I just graduated high school, and I had to go to a prep school where I had to take orders from a 14-year-old. So can you imagine being 17, 18, and you have to take orders from a 14-year-old? So that's pretty humbling. And it's like, if you don't get to go to practice, you don't get to go eat, it's stuff like that you're appreciative of. You don't get to use the phone, just like those little things. And that kind of really humbled me. And I was marching, I was away from family, and I think that was honestly the best thing that ever happened to me, because I make sure I tell my kids that you have to make sure you communicate and keep your great relationships and never burn bridges. that's why I'm able to always go back to every school that I've been to, because I've never burned bridges. I've always been respectful. I've been humble. And I always treat people the way that I always try to treat people like if my mom was sitting right next to me. Because at the end of the day, you got to be able to treat people nice, and it goes a long way. And believe it or not, people respect you when you do everything the right way. And I just try to make sure I never try to embarrass myself, my family, and I got to be a great example of a father to my daughter, and also a good partner to my lady.
All right, let's talk about a family situation with your wife and your daughter. What do you teach the players here and others around you when it comes to keeping the family together?
Family first. The kids definitely know that regardless of anything that's going on out here, I'm always checking around and see where my little one is, and make sure she's good no matter what. I can be in mid-coaching and just turn around and she's doing something she's not supposed to. I make sure I turn into dad mode, then flip it right off, get right back to coaching. But at the end of the day, I just love having her around. Just to have her around me, have her around football, because this is something that Daddy has lived and done his whole life. So it means a lot that she actually really does love the game of football, which she truly does. And she knows the Bulls, she knows her Crusaders, she knows the Tigers, and she knows the Raiders. So she's super smart. She knows it, man. And just to be able to have the kids see me actually be a dad, they appreciate it. And they even ask questions. So, Coach, like, you have more responsibilities now because you have a daughter. I'm like, yeah, I do, because I make sure, I want my daughter to know how it is to be loved, and see me love on her mom, so she knows, like, this is how she'll be treated like a princess, treated like a queen. That's my world.
Thank you so much. I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
you.